Velkommen til Herning, til Boxen i Herning, hvor jeg sidder her sammen med Kseniya Simonova fra Ukraine. Hvis I synes, navnet virker bekendt, og I stødt på det før, så er det sikkert i forbindelse med Eurovisionens Melodi Grand Prix, hvor hun deltog som en del af teamet fra Moldova. Og hendes optræden i America's Got Talent, The Champions, hvor hun fik en meget flot 3. plads i finalen. Så hun er her i Herning i Boxen, fordi hun skal deltage i Det Store Himmelske Show med hendes sand performance. Og vi skal have en snak om hendes liv med sandet, om hendes liv med kunsten og livet i al almindelighed, hvordan det er at være menneske, og pludselig hvordan det er at være på alles læber, fordi hun deltog i Ukraines Har Talent. So I will just give you a warm welcome and so much looking forward to talk to you and to know what's inside you and why sand and how do you make those magical moments for us. So welcome to you.
Hello.
But it's funny you mentioned that you believe so strong that you have a power that you don't know where to come from.
I think I'm just transferring it into.
Yeah, but it's funny you feel that way because before I went here to make the interview with you, I talked to my husband and I told him I think she's a very what's it called, spiritual person, and I think she's a believer in God.
Yes.
I don't know why I said it, because not in any videos with you have talked about it, I think, but that was my feeling about you, that you had somebody to help you, and that was one of my questions, if you believe that some angels or God was helping you creating the stories.
Yes, I'm very thankful to God for this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that if I someday starts like something, star illness or showing off that like me, maybe it will be taken away from me, because I'm just feeling thankfulness all the time. And I love speaking with fans. I never just, if I don't have time, and I don't answer the letters which are like, hello, beautiful, la la la, blah blah blah, because I have a husband.
Yeah.
But when I have fans who write me that my mom was watching this video and cried, I have lots of this. I always reply because I understand that they write to him.
Yeah. I
must reply immediately.
Yeah, of course, because that gets to you, that hit your heart, you know. So in that way, it's amazing. But it must also be amazing for you to know that you touch a lot of people with your art, whether it's with the sand or with the drawings, or I know you paint on walls and everything you can paint on, nearly. So it must be amazing for you to know that you touch people.
I hope so. I hope that people are changed after watching my stories. At least when I came on America's Got Talent Champions, which was a totally entertaining show, I understood that I will never win there with my stories about war and parents, because it's not like very funny. It's not very. I was very surprised that I was the 3rd place. Actually, I was very surprised that I was Golden Mother, because I understood that it's an entertaining show. Everybody sings, everybody dances. People don't want to cry again because there are lots of reasons to cry in the world. But they appear to be so perceiving. Maybe people are tired of this computers entertaining. They want to feel themselves.
Yeah, because there is not enough depth, you know. It's not deep.
Enough deep.
No.
Yeah.
It's only in the surface.
Yes,
I think, and everything is going like this,
and very rapidly.
Yeah, and the world is boom, and then you're off to something else. There's not. I think people need more time to just
really
feel life and feel the emotions and you know, relax and be in themselves.
And some silence, I think.
Yeah, some silence. Yeah. But I watched, of course, America's Got Talent, and my son 11-year-old son. He was holding his palms for you, and he was very surprised that you didn't win at all. Because,
really?
Yeah, he was hoping you would win. But how was it for you when Terry pressed the golden buzzer?
As I told you, I was surprised all the time because I understood how different we are from American culture. I mean, these Russian songs, and I changed the songs actually into international ones. But anyway, they were created with Russian music, with Ukrainian music. It's differently. I mean, not so fast. I want to perform for America. I want to show people different side of life, but I'm sure I will not be in finals. So we collected the suitcases in the morning of this show, and we had to repack them. Well, I didn't understand that he is going to push it even when he went to this panel, because in my country we never had golden buzzer. No. I never watched how it looking like from TV too.
Yeah, but when he did that, it brought tears to my eyes.
Wow.
And I think a lot of other people, and just the look on your face, it was priceless. Yeah, it was priceless, you know.
Like this.
Totally unexpected, out of the blue.
Totally, really.
What did it mean to you and your both private and as an artist to be in America's Got Talent?
It was my first time in America.
How did it change your life? Because I think it did.
At first, it was my first trip in America in my life for these 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
We had lots of projects, but they all didn't appear. Like I had another project, and this one was too late with America. Like all the time, I was even invited to Oprah Winfrey last show as a performer to show something from her experience, but at the same time I had a contract with Dior and I couldn't. And then I went to Eurovision in 11th year. I was dreaming to come to America someday, but to come on a big project, to show everybody something.
Yeah.
This was a good option, and they limited us with time a lot. I mean, on Ukraine's Got Talent, you have seen the stories for 7 minutes. Sand animation is the technique which is not very good to fasten up. But I was limited, and I had to practice for a few months before to make it the speed. Because if you have 7 minutes story and you have 3 minutes, like for Eurovision, both times, you need just to practice a lot to put it very quickly.
Yeah.
This was a big problem because I wanted people to feel the beat of the heart and not like this.
No.
But it appeared like it was. I think they have limits because they're afraid people will be bored. And I had the music changes because of the copyrights, because of the language difference. We had apocalyptic in the end, for example, of war story, but we couldn't make it and we changed the music.
Yeah.
I wanted to show more stories. Actually, I was dreaming to perform in gala concert, but there was already packed. That's why I shared the story about the judges and each of the finalists, which was actually the story for the gala concert. And it was my tribute to Terry first. I think he's a great person. He's a father. He's a good father. And I'm always very inspired with men who are good fathers at first.
Of course.
I have never been more impressed by the ability to move people the way you did today.
He's very kind, you know, he's so kind. He's so like with everybody who's backstage, even crying, he's always like this. He's not there one Terry, here another one. No, he's totally one person.
So Terry is a good man.
A good man, very good man. And he's an artist, the graphic artist.
Yeah.
And it was for me very, very like honorable that he did it.
Yeah.
From artist to artist.
Yeah, exactly. What about Simon? What's he like?
Simon!
Because everybody is afraid of him, you know, he's a big bad judge.
I never knew that everybody is afraid of him, because for me, Simon he invited me to perform in Vegas in 2009, immediately after my win. But at that time, I already had contracts for 5 years, and we couldn't go.
No.
He even delegated one of his assistants from London to me. We spoke, we were have very good evening. And he said, maybe you would love to. I said, I cannot, I have this schedule, maybe after. Okay, after. But after was another 5 years with another contract.
Yeah.
And nobody showed it in the show, but actually it was cut off. He said, when I stepped on the stage, "Oh, there you are. I was trying to catch you for many years." So that's why for me, he was a person with big luggage of wisdom.
Yeah.
I never knew he's like a person who people are afraid of. For me, he was just a luggage of wisdom, a very professional person, the person who invented this amazing show. I mean, the person, genius.
Yeah, genius.
Genius.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why in all interviews I was saying that this is the genius for me, and they were all, I'm not afraid of him. I didn't know he's like.
No,
after that,
you didn't know you had to be afraid of him.
Yes,
No.
after that I watched some shows. No, he was so polite.
Yeah.
He was extremely polite with his beautiful English accent.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. And yes, I'm very inspired of him.
So was it Simon that called you up and wanted you to be on the Champions?
I don't know, because these were staff who did
Okay.
it. Maybe it was his idea, because he was in touch with me for many years.
Yeah, because America's the talent shows all over Europe and the world, there are a lot of artists they could pick from.
Yeah.
So it must have been a great honor for you to be picked.
Of course.
To come to the champion finals show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the latest you have been participating was the International Song Contest.
Eurovision.
Yeah, Eurovision.
Eurovision.
Yeah, we call it the International.
Oh, you call it the International. It's so different. Wow.
But the Eurovision Song Contest, where you were a part of the team from Moldova.
Yes.
How did that came to life? Did they just call you and said, "Oh, we need you"?
No, it was the call was in Ukraine.
Okay.
It was 11th years, so 8 years ago, when I performed Sand It was a call. It was an invitation from the singer. Here is another story. My husband is a Romanian Moldova person, and when Anna won the national selection, I have just finished this America's Got Talent Champions, and I saw her song, and Igor says, "I know her. She's the friend of my big friend. Let's call them. Let's congratulate them." Okay, let's
do that.
Anna, hello. It's very nice to hear you. Oh, very nice to hear. Do you have an idea about your staging? Not yet. Would you like to collaborate? How? I said, of course, not sand animation, because it was. I have a snow art which was never shown on big stage. Can you show me, please? Here's the video. Wow, I won this. She even didn't know about Megan Newton, about this 11th year entry. After we signed the papers, she saw it. It was a big surprise for us when people compared, because nobody actually is a big expert in sand animation. If there was a big expert in this, he would say that this is totally different thing, because no light here, no darkness here, absolutely different method, and much more difficult actually. If I was chosen to show sand art or snow, I would change checks. I would choose the sand because it's easier.
Yeah.
Snow is very difficult, and it sticks to the surface.
Okay.
It's artificial snow. It's not cold there.
Hey,
But every time we performed on the rehearsals, every time the team who took the table saw my sufferings, because the snow becomes stones in a few hours after being in such a humidity as in Israel.
Yeah.
So we had to ask for permission at EBU to allow me to take my equipment every time after. It's not allowed, but I said, guys, come, touch.
You need to.
Here's the stone for you. It was my, okay, we sign you paper, go. Yeah. So this is much more complicated, and it took me 2 months to create the whole staging, because this time, comparing to 8 years ago, it was not only singer and girl with sand. It was a collaboration inside the song, and that's why we were so nervous about the picture. I wrote each second for cameras. I never did it in my life, and I had to study this for 2 months. We just made the shot list. They said, okay, we come there, and they made totally different picture. This is the thing we fought for 10 days, and finally they didn't do what I wanted. But it's okay. At least our singer was not nervous because she doesn't know this.
No.
But of course we wanted to be in final. We were 2 steps, like 12th place. Yeah. And now they are recounting something and making some like somebody mistaken, Italy mistaken, even maybe we are higher. But nobody is going to count it now. No, unfortunately. Because I thought it was a very great song. Yes. You know, the song Stay, I loved it. Oh, thank you. And you with the passion and fire and ice and all that, you know, it was amazing. It was a story actually about a soul. Because she was singing about the love which is over. And you see this fish world in the beginning, and it destroys. Then the soul travels. You see 2 faces which are becoming destroyed, cracked, and then you see the universe and Anna inside the universe. Like, anyway, if you are away from me, I'm myself. Yeah. This is the thing, and okay, it's not in final, but it's in YouTube, and everybody can see it. Yeah, at least. yeah, exactly. How do you prepare for a big show like America's Got Talent or the Eurovision? Eurovision was more complicated than America's Got Talent because it required a totally new thing with totally new art. So for 2 months I didn't sleep almost like 3 hours. After Israel, after 19th of May, when we returned, I was sleeping 1 week before we came here. Just sleeping. I was lying and sleeping all the time. But at night I created the story for this show because I had at night I had time. Because at night I was okay. I was already not sleeping. Yes. Are you nervous when you perform? Before you perform and you have to go on stage, are you nervous? It depends on the show. In Eurovision, I was very nervous. On America's Got Talent, I wasn't at all. I don't know why. Strange. No. Maybe because Europe is like you are inside Europe, and it's your mentality. America, you're a foreigner. You come, you're a foreigner. You're okay. Anyway, you are foreigner. So you don't know anything there. You perform. Everybody's watching it. You're something from somewhere, and I was absolutely calm there. Yeah, because that shows that you're calm. When the times I have watched you in television, it's only, you know, it's fire, it's ice, it's passion, it's focus. You deep focus. I can't feel that if you're nervous. I don't see that in you. So you're very good to hide your nerves if you feel any. Sometimes you have to hide, because on Ukraine's Got Talent, it was the first stage in my life. Even when I was a child, I never sang, I never danced. I danced as a student, but not on the stage. No. In the streets. Okay, it was my first stage. I stepped on it, and oh my God, it was such a big audience here. I understood, I will never watch there, I will always watch to my table. Yeah. So since then, I never look at people. No. I just look at the story. Because it's your world. Yeah. So when you look at the table, it's just you and your sand and your little world. Yes, and you don't see the royal family, and you don't see the presidents, and you don't see, you know. You try not to think about it. Of course, it goes to you. Like you sometimes feel that somebody is not breathing. Like in Japan, you know. In Japan, when I make a show, in the beginning and in the end. It's totally understandable that nobody is even moving there. It's a culture. When they perform in Germany, it's always very funny because people laugh a lot.
Yeah.
At first, I was surprised. I showed the war story. I knew that for Germany it's a special thing. And at the end, they laughed. And I asked, why guys, did you laugh? They say, we were so happy that he returned. We were laughing because, oh my God, the husband has returned. He's alive. Amazing. That's it. And this expression of their feelings was so sincere. I mean, wow, they were so happy. We see the baby is alive. Whoa. In my country, when I performed the story of war, it's always crying in the end because the most suffered Soviet Union people, everybody has grandma or grandfather who died there, and everybody is always crying. In Europe, it's different. For example, when I performed here, people are like more, how you say, not showing their emotions so much.
No.
Not crying,
no.
But always very much clapping.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good. But it must be great to get such different reactions from people. So it's not always the same.
In China, you know, when you show the story about war, because they're communists, in the end, they do it like this. My table is jumping, and the sand is jumping on it. It's always like a big surprise, and the reaction is like, if you are a football player on the biggest show in the world, you feel the same. Sometimes I say, guys, please don't do it so much.
No, I can't control my sand.
But it's always so good that you feel that you did something amazing. Yeah, it's different people, different cultures. In America also, they are so supporting. They are, woo!
Yeah. Voting for you. What about, have you ever failed at one of your performances, you know, where you throw the sand in the wrong direction or something?
No, I didn't, but sometimes it was like you want to... You never can do it. I have problems when I have allergy, and I do it a lot in my life. But fortunately, I have never did it. So I'm always so afraid to do it, you know? Like, never had this problem.
No.
But in the real life, I'm always doing it. Yeah. All the time.
What kind of sand do you use? Because it's not sand from the beach.
River.
It's river?
River. I used volcanic one many years ago. I thought the thing is in sand. No, the thing is in your head.